My mom said something very significant to me when I was little. She said, "Marcie, please promise me that the rest of your life you will create. No matter what that is," she said, "whether you go off into something different than art, just please promise me you'll create." And that really stuck with me.
Over the years, we've seen artists working in studios, classrooms, and everything in between. And when we met Marcie Finney Ditto, cross-legged and working in the corner of her daughter's playroom, we knew we were about to add another talented artist to the list.
I love this part. Think about the success of people that were in their garage, you know? I mean, you look at Microsoft, you know, you look at all these things where, you look at Apple, they were all in the garage tinkering with parts to make computers. It's a blessing. So to me, it is significant that it's in my home still, and most people don't realize that. They think it's a much bigger operation than it is, and I'm okay with that. And I share with them that, yeah, we're at the kitchen table.
By night, Marcie's place in Fort Worth, Texas is home. But by day, it transforms into a one-woman art machine. And the product shipping out of here is something called mustard seed jewelry.
The message of it is that if you have a small amount of faith, even as small as the seed, you can move mountains in your life. And the fun thing about mustard seed jewelry is that it is just beyond jewelry. It's become a movement of people that are demonstrating what's it like to be a mountain mover. And sometimes what it's like to be a mountain mover is just get up and conquer your day, and that's the faith that you carry. And so they become significant because they are more than just a seed. They're becoming something that is a adornment that's so special to people beyond what I could have ever imagined.
Inlaid with hundreds of real mustard seeds, each intricate bracelet or necklace takes Marcie about an hour to create. But that is nothing compared to the amount of time it took to make that very first piece.
It took me 3 years to prototype the first piece. Because, you know, they're organic. The seeds are organic. You had to have a way to house them, and what's going to, withstand time, and what resin to use that's really going to properly seal them. And I mean, there's just all these thought processes that go into it. You take those baby steps, and those baby steps are what lead to the masterpiece. It's what creates the fine lines of the painting and the color and the dimension and the texture, and all those tough moments in life bring the treasure. And it's important to share that with people, because I think people see the perfection in it before they actually see the flawed part. And so I love to point out that, yes, that crystal's a little bit crooked, but you know what? That's okay. It's handmade, and we're not punching these out by a machine. You know, it's part of the beauty of having something that represents someone's path in their life.
As mustard seed jewelry began to grow, Marcie knew she wanted to create finely crafted metal with a message and a purpose. 30% of the money she makes goes to charity. But beyond that, Marcie's planting the idea of generosity into the minds of her customers. Each one receives $2 of seed cash, meant for giving to others.
$2 doesn't seem significant. It seems like you could go get maybe a pack of gum or something like that with it. But the way it's been used is that people have found that they're exactly $2 short for a prescription for someone that couldn't afford it, and they hand them the seed cash, and just lots of amazing stuff has come out of it. But it's really to promote random acts of kindness in the world, and that's how I've lived my life. The $2 was to see the power of something small, which the seed itself is so small. There's a thread that runs through everything, is that in small aspects, steps, seeds, there's great power. And so I wanted people to experience that for themselves.
You're saying that your art transcends the art itself. There's something more to it. There's a message to it?
There is a big message to it. I think that what people carry from this is that yes, it's so stylish and it's so beautiful, but it's a touchstone. You know, it's a moment in your day that you can look down and you can remember God's faithfulness with you and how He's going to carry you through every part of your life.
You really walk the walk, don't you?
I sure try, yeah. And you know, I was given something to reflect how I live my life, and you know, try not to tear up here over that one, but it is, it's very humbling to put yourself into the world the way that you live your life, and see people respond and lift you up in that. There's something so special about that that can't be described until you practice it.
They say that with faith as small as a mustard seed, anything is possible. And with a little faith, Marcie Finney Ditto created a steadily growing business with lots of success. But for her, with every piece sold, it doesn't come down to dollar signs and profit margins. It's about how much good she can put out into the world.
We all have internal struggles beyond what reflects on the outside, and we go through hard times, and we all need encouragement. And this is meant to give people that faith, to give people that extra nudge that life can be good, and if you follow the good finds you.
How long will you do this?
The rest of my life. As long as my hands will allow me to do it, I'm here. I'm in.